Is Sorry Baby another win for A24, or should they just stop funding newcomers altogether? Hello, it's Dalton with the Movie Nights. I'm here with the wonderful Nick Iricchio. Nick, how are you, my friend?
I'm feeling sorrowful.
Sorrowful, yes, absolutely. Welcome back to another Movie Nights movie review. Today, obviously, we're talking about Sorry Baby. This film was the directorial debut of Eva Victor. It's also written by them and stars them, as well as Naomi Ackie and Lucas Hedges. And this really follows the story of something bad happening in the life of Agnes, but life goes on for everyone around her at least. I knew nothing about this film when we went to our screening for it. I avoided all trailers, I avoided all press material. I just got the invite, saw that it was A24, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to go watch this thing. And when the movie started, I won't lie, for like the first 5 or 6 minutes or so, I was really unsure about what I was watching. I was like, I don't know if this is working for me. Something just feels off about what I'm seeing here. It's trying to establish this relationship between Eva Victor's character and Naomi Aki's, and like they're doing a good job acting. Something just feels weird. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling right now. Then as the movie slowly unveiled itself, I realized I was kind of supposed to feel uncomfortable right there. And as the movie plays out and reveals information to the audience, and then time jumps as well, I immediately, like maybe 12 minutes into the movie, was like, oh, I'm loving this. And as the movie continued, I was hooked in. I was really enthralled by what I was watching. It's a movie that makes you very uncomfortable. It's a movie that finds humor in the uncomfortableness as well, and ends with a beautiful monologue delivered by Eva Victor. And overall, I love this movie. I think that this is a great directorial debut. I think it's a wonderful film. Wonderful in terms of the craft, not in terms of how it makes you feel at all. And it was something that knew nothing about, was unsure when it started, but by the time the movie wrapped up, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And when we saw the movie, like we were texting each other, and I remember just telling you, like, man, I can't stop thinking about Sorry Baby. I think it's a really great film, and it really took me by surprise. I loved it. I'm gonna throw it over to you, Nick. What did you think about it?
Yeah, no, I loved it as well. I think it's a very emotional movie, emotionally devastating movie, but I think that it also does a great job of balancing that hope, that upswing, that look toward the future, and the high wire act of balancing these deep emotional monologues with these deeply traumatic events that you're seeing on screen, paired with the comedy that the movie was able to instill to sort of, keep the audience engaged in that level with it. I thought they balanced that tone wonderfully. And I think that the dynamic between Eva Victor and Naomi Ackie, I thought they did a great job. I thought Eva Victor and Lucas Hedges
Mm,
had palpable chemistry. Out their chemistry was fantastic. And there is a scene with John Carroll Lynch that to me I think is my favorite
yes,
scene in the whole movie.
same.
Structurally, I think there's some pacing overall that could have maybe been tightened up a little bit, but in terms of the actual structure of the storytelling, as you had said, you're kind of time jumping a little bit. That worked for me. I know sometimes with time jumping in movies, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I thought in terms of the narrative of this movie, it worked really strongly, and I thought that the performances were all around fantastic. So I have only positives to say about the movie.
No, and the only real negatives for me are what can kind of just be chalked up to first time director mistakes of.
Mm,
I'll make a comparison of like when you make a joke and the joke keeps going, eventually the joke becomes not funny. And there are moments where it's not supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be a very serious moment that's told through editing. I thought the film's edited very well, but through editing, through the shots, through the cinematography. And when the point is made with the audience of, oh, I feel what I'm supposed to feel from this shot, the point's been made, sometimes the sequences would keep going. And you almost lose that impact that you had when you felt it because the movie needs to go at that point. Going back to sort of the pacing issue there. But it did a great job of making me feel what I was supposed to feel. Sometimes I feel like it just played a little bit too long in those
mhm.
moments. You sat too long with the moments. And I know that part of the movie is you're supposed to sit in uncomfortableness and feel it, which it does a good job of. But I think there are certain sequences where that didn't feel like the point of the scene, and the scene kind of overstayed its welcome in that way. Overall, that's a very small complaint about a film that I really enjoyed. And going back to what you said about the John Carroll Lynch scene, remarkable scene in the film. Amazing. And going back to the chemistry with Lucas Hedges as well. I love Lucas Hedges. I've always loved him ever since I first saw him in, I think, Lady Bird. and you know, he was in a couple movies before that, but Lady Bird's where I like noticed him. And he's kind of disappeared from movies for a while, so just seeing him back was nice. And their, like you said, their chemistry was really great. And there's a there's a comedic beat in the movie with Eva Victor and Lucas Hedges that's so goddamn funny that even at like the press screening we were at, where it was a very like almost somber movie, like the whole audience erupted in laughter, and it was such a great moment. And you know, I'm really looking forward to what Eva Victor does next. I was very intrigued by what they're able to bring to this movie and how they're able to tell this story. And, you know, it's a movie that I might not revisit right away just because of the dark themes that it deals with, but it is something that I do want to eventually revisit. And so that way I now have experienced the movie and I don't have that moment where that I had in the beginning the first time of like being unsure. And again, was really enthralled by the storytelling, the way that it reveals exposition, the way that it reveals information was very well done. And the tonal balance that you mentioned, that's no easy feat, especially for a first-time director, and I thought it was handled very well.
No, absolutely. I think that A24 has always done an excellent job at finding these up and comers, finding these first time directors, and really giving them that spotlight to shine. Because just having that A24 sticker on your poster on your movie is going to get people in seats no matter what. And so to have it being spotlighted on a wonderful film like this, I think is just it's a great testament to Eva Victor's work. It's a great testament to A24 as a production company, and I I agree with your note that I this is a movie that I really liked, and I could see it being in my top 10. It definitely is in my top 10 of the year right now,
Hmm.
and but needing that breather to actually want to revisit it because it is very
Yeah.
emotional. You know,
Yeah.
you do leave the movie feeling a certain way.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But to answer the question I posed at the beginning, yes, A24, keep funding movies like this because I will keep watching them if they're going to be this good. Guys, once you've seen Sorry Baby, what did you think about it? We'd love to see your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next review.